All right, folks, we're live here. Um, uh, we're live. I'm here with Diesel Skills, Cole, Jake, somewhere floating around. We're here to address the free agents and how successful of a free agent that we had. Even though a lot of people, a lot of haters want to say otherwise. Diesel Skills, my friend, how you doing?
I was going to say, who's excited about the Salty Samurai? I know I am. It can't be. I mean, is there anything cooler than Salty Samurai? I mean, I don't think there is. The only thing cooler might be the guys we signed today, the edge rusher we signed. That might be cooler than the Salty Samurai. But other than that, I can't think of anything
Right,
cooler.
that's a fact.
There's Mr. Brooks. Welcome, Mr. Brooks.
What's up? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you, D Money.
Oh, he's been seeing some complaints about Phillips today. Of course,
What's
we're in the
up,
middle
D
of free
Money?
agency here. Hey, D Money.
What's going on, guys?
What's up,
We're just
man?
trying to get the wheels the turning and get rolling here on the show. How was your day? Did you have a great day today?
Well, I'm at work, but I was trying to make a concerted effort to stop in with the team. You know what I mean? To show a little support.
We need all the support we can get.
Trying to wrap my head around Kenny Pickett.
I think Kenny Pickett is a stopgap for this year. I think Dan's desire is to draft a quarterback and don't want to put the quarterback out there as a number two his rookie year. So, for example, the Seahawks did that. The Seahawks took Milrow, but he ain't play at all. He didn't play one time. So Kevin left him inactive, let him roll a little bit, and Lockett was their backup. So they're letting Lockett walk out in free agency, and Milrow's on the only guy up there right now. So that's you know, I think in the end, what they're going to do is out draft a quarterback, and because Kenny Pickett only signed a 1 year deal, so so Dan said he wanted the backup quarterback to compete for his job. So just in case, I mean, for example, let's hypothetically say Adlar comes up as our quarterback that we draft. He looks a lot better than Kenny Pickett. Hey, Kenny Pickett will find himself inactive if Adlar can prove he got something. And if
Well,
not, go ahead, my friend.
I'm sorry, but that was a lot of my concern on the Pickett end. He was technically supposed to be the man in Cleveland last year above Shador and Dylan Gabriel when they came into camp. Besides the injury, he did nothing to knock anybody's socks off, and he ended up getting traded, and they handed the keys to Flacco for a minute. My thing was that I'm not going to knock Kenny Pickett. Maybe the scenery in Carolina, maybe the staff makes him somewhat more productive than what he has been. But when I look at it, I don't know if I see an upgrade over Andy Dalton. Like if Pickett has to come in, can he run our offense? And that's where I'm more concerned. I know he hasn't been anywhere long to actually like make his mark or whatever, but also in the same breath, I still feel like there could have been another option that could have been more productive with us. I'm not
Hmm.
gonna knock it till we get to see it in action. But this is a pick out of the Dan regime that I'm kind of I don't know. I guess I'm just on the fence with a wait and see approach because I don't see the upside of him over Andy Dalton besides the fact that Andy really should have retired, to be quite honest with you. But that's just me. Hopefully Kenneth Pickett can push Bryce somewhat. I don't know. But I know there's a lot of people that's a lot more harsh than me right now when it comes to this whole Kenny Pickett selection.
Uh, D Money, let me ask you something. You remember old Kyle Allen, don't you?
Yeah, I remember Kyle Allen.
Well, what would you say if I told you that the Buffalo Bills just gave him a 2 year deal of 4.1 million worth up to $6.1 million to be the backup to Josh Allen.
I would feel the same way as I feel about Pickett being in Carolina. To
That's
be
what I
quite
thought.
to be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, Kyle Allen has had flashes in his career, but
Right.
let's be
He's
honest,
30
none of
years
us are
old.
making the mistake. None of us are making
Right.
the mistake that we
Right.
really want to pay Kyle Allen any money.
Right. 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 Right.
And I just want to add on to that too about Kenny Pickett. If Kenny Pickett, let's just say that him and Andy Dalton had a quarterback, uh, training camp scenario, 1-on-1, whoever
Right.
wins out that. If Kenny Pickett could not beat out Andy Dalton, I need Kenny Pickett to retire from the league. If you can't beat Andy Dalton in a competition right now, Kenny Pickett needs to retire.
Well, you know what? I'll say this about Kenny Pickett, and maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me. But I don't never remember seeing Kenny Pickett throw his own interception or fumble himself.
My God,
I seen Andy Dalton do that.
man,
Toss
Kenny
his
Pickett
own
remind
stuff
me of the
fumble.
dude on Scary Movie with the little arm.
Oh,
My
my
germs.
germs,
Well,
take the strong hand.
we got rumor has it Brady Christensen is on his way back. So let's evaluate what we got. We got a short quarterback, a quarterback with short arms or small hands, and a possible offensive lineman with 2 short arms. We might as well go sign a midget, play center.
That's
And
the
no
main.
center. Yeah.
That's the main thing I like. That's the main thing I'm hearing about criticizing Kenny Pickett's hands. Like I'm not even hearing his play. I'm just hearing about his small hands. That's the only thing. I'm not hearing about him throwing interceptions. I'm not seeing
Right.
he's not
It's
mobile
just
in the
people
pocket.
being
It's just
right,
literally all nothing but his small hands.
right, 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 right. It's Kenny Pickett provides good depth with somebody who's somewhat been there, who's been in several systems. You know, it like I said, to me, he's a stopgap. And let's be real. If Bryce was to go down, we screwed anyway. We all know. Okay. And listen, until they patch up that center position and the left tackle, it very well could happen a lot sooner than later. Uh, you know, and yeah, Mr. Earl, you're right. A lot of fans are pissed because we signed Jaelan Phillips to that large deal. I'm not, because I told you we was going to go after him. I told everybody we wasn't going after no Trey Hendrickson.
Pickle's been saying it for 2 weeks. Do I need to bring the other receipts too? Do I need to bring the receipts about Linderbaum? You were right about that. It reset the market. You were right about Cade Mays. He got paid way more money than any Panthers fan thought he would because Linderbaum reset the market. Pickle called that. I also think Pickle called Walker to Kansas City too. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I remember you saying that. So Pickle's got a lot of receipts he's bringing to the show tonight, guys.
Nobody hollering last year that we needed a pass rusher, that we needed to have more pressures on defense should be mad about this signing. Look, I understand that maybe he's not the guy, the name that you wanted in free agency. You can get mad about that. You can even be mad about his medicals. But you cannot be mad that the Panthers brought in the best person that they can believe that is going to disrupt on the defensive line, who is the perfect fit for Evero's system. You got to factor that in. That's a big part of it too. Pickles mentioned that. He is a perfect guy for Evero's system. Dude has, I think somebody brought it up earlier. I think he's 8th in pass rush win rate.
Right.
I mean he disrupts. We was lacking so much, not only in sacks. People keep on bringing up sacks, but pressures. Pressures are just as much, if not more important. To me, they're more important than sacks. Sacks is just a number that jumps out on people. But pressure in a quarterback, if you go back to that Rams game, what was the main issue? Our linebackers and Matthew Stafford having all day long to throw back there. He literally had all day long to throw. This is a big addition for this defense. This automatically right now, this signing, Jaelan Phillips automatically makes our defense so much better.
If he is healthy, that's going to be the only thing that we're going to be hoping for is that Jaelan Phillips is healthy. All of us are avid football watchers. We look at other teams. We've seen what Jaelan Phillips can do when he's healthy. and when he's on. We saw him at Miami wreak havoc. We saw him in Philly wreak havoc. If I'm not mistaken, Philly became like the best scoring defense as soon as he got a part of that defense. So those kind of results, when one, we came into last year saying we wanted to force turnovers, and we started to get a couple of turnovers, but if we would have had just a smidgen more pressure, we probably would have forced a little bit more or whatever. And I still think and I still believe that we got something good in Human Nealon. I feel like we have something great in Nick Scorton. And you adding Jaelan Phillips with those young dogs to come out there and go after the quarterback and not even being overly optimistic or anything. I really do believe that we're going to change the outlook of our pressures this season. Because for one, we don't know if we're getting Devin Lloyd. That would be a great, great centerpiece to what we're trying to do. But even if not, adding a Jaelan Phillips who has the experience, has that win ratio, and was able to affect two different teams in the same season, if he stays healthy, we should be legitimate contenders for the division. Because, like we said last year, our defense improved the leaps and bounds. Our major weakness was getting home to the quarterback. The guy seems to get home. So I'm excited just early on. I did fool myself a little bit today because I was thinking when the Phillips deal happened, we were just about to start trickling down with these picks, but I can say that I'm trusting Dan, and I think that Dan truly has a plan, backup plans and so forth, especially when in the last couple of years, a lot of the targets that we aimed for, we weren't able to get at the time. So this is already showing that the culture's changing and that the winning is, starting to open eyes. Because I feel like if we wouldn't have made it to the playoffs last year, we don't get Jaelan Phillips. So everything is building just like my brother Deeze Skills talks about, and I talk about with the foundation. Now you're seeing that you can afford the other amenities because you've gotten a lot of the other problems out the way. And if I can just say this, because I'm going to have to go back into work, I love what y'all do. This is the greatest podcast and Panther content out and available. Everybody share with a friend and so forth. Hit that like and subscribe. But what I'm going to leave y'all with right now is if we was able to improve so drastically like we did last year, what like just start to get excited because I feel like Dan has a plan and there's going to be another part of this defense that is going to improve and get upgraded and take peace in knowing that this is a year where we're not trying to fill like 1,000 holes in just one free agency cycle and draft cycle. We can actually look at needs and look at where we need to be better and actually allocate there than being worried about, well, doggone, we're weak over here, we're weak over there, we're weak over here, and we're weak over there. Where we can go now, we've gotten better here. We could do some slight improvement here. We really need to dump right here. And that's a beautiful feeling as a fan when it's just not a blank canvas that you're trying to fill, where it's incomplete sentences that all you've got to do is plug in the right word. And if you ain't with us now, you ain't welcome to the parade. I love every single one of you. The blue and black attack is here for you Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, shoot, sometimes the weekend. Just look forward to the blue and black attack, Panther Pickle, the Cold Show, Jake the Snake and Deeze Skills, and the brother of the Brotherhood edition, Dee Money. Hey, y'all have a beautiful night. Love every single one of you. Keep pounding.
Much
Good
love, D
stuff,
Money.
D
Thank you,
Money.
brother.
Much love, D. Keep pounding, folks. And I'm gonna bounce that away, but I'm also gonna say this. I want y'all to understand Phillips was in the Miami Dolphins since 2021. Okay. Now in he had Josh Byers from 20 to 22 as a defensive coordinator. Vic Fangio was his coordinator in 2023. And led the Miami Dolphins defense to a 11-6 record improvement from the defense was 18 to 10th in total defense. And that in 2023, the Dolphins Phillips had 28 combined tackles, 15 assists, 6.5 sacks, 1 interception for 5 yards. Why? Because he played in the same system he signed with today. So what didn't he do then? Well, Vic Fangio left in 23 to join the Miami Dolphins, or left to join the
Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles. So who brought him in? Anthony Weaver, who also worked under Vic Fangio at one point. So it's the same defense. And then he went there back to Vic Fangio in the Eagles. And last year total, he had 29 comp tackles, 24 assistant tackles, 5 sacks, and he played the whole year last year. And he had 6. He had, I mean, are they knocked out stats? No, but he fits the system a lot better than other defensive players that some fans were highlighted on.
Yeah, like Hendrickson, for example. There's no way he could have played coverage in Avero's system. It's just not possible. And I know that he's a great player. He's a fantastic production in terms of sacks, leading the league in a couple of seasons consecutively or whatever it was, but he doesn't fit the system. We've gotten on here and talked about this repeatedly, Pickle. I said if we're gonna buy into Avero and say that he's our guy, and we're moving forward with him. And the Panthers didn't tell anybody and made that decision, okay? And it comes out later that's what they did. They said, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to invest in Avero. We're going to keep Dave now, so Dave doesn't have to worry about the defense. He's got an experienced defensive coordinator here with other guys backing him up, like Dom Capers, who's gone now, I know, and guys like Jim Caldwell and other people that have been in the NFL a long time. We're going to move forward with him. It's finally about time we went out and got players that really fit what he's doing. And who's to say that Brian Burns wasn't part of that? And Brian Burns was a guy who didn't fit what Avero was doing, and that's why they let him go. We don't know because we're not behind the scenes to make that call or that determination. But what does matter is the guy that we picked up today makes a lot of sense in the Avero defense. And the guy's at a good age. If you're going to pay him and take a chance on him, now's the time to do it. So, I know people get upset about we paid this much money to get this guy. We didn't pay Brian Burns, all this, that, and the other. But they weren't going to be happy anyway. They just weren't. Right. And the fact of the matter is, this is actually a smart move. And they say this is exactly who Dan Morgan wanted. If he fits the system and he's exactly who Dan Morgan wanted, well, I think we did a good job. And if it doesn't work out, well, guess who it's on? It's on Dan Morgan and the coaching staff. It's not on the fans. So the fans shouldn't stress about it. Their job's not on the line, and it's not their money that was being spent. So this has got to work out for the coaching staff and the GM because it's big bucks, Pickle. You don't blow $120 million and have a guy either stay hurt or not produce. So we're going to see him probably get out here and produce more than likely. That's if I was to guess, that's what's going to happen. It's a big upgrade from Wanham. I can at least tell you that much, guys.
Absolutely. And here's some remaining free agents that are still available. Trey Hendrickson, the guy that was supposed to be the best on the market, still available? Sounds like to me the 31-year-old is asking a little too much more money people are going to give him. Devin Lloyd is available. I do know that the Panthers and the Bengals and the Saints are all actively recruiting him, but the Panthers still have the leg up. Devin Lloyd wants to come to the Panthers. The Panthers want him. They're just having a contract issue. That's what it's described. It could be the structure of the contract. It could be money. We just don't know. Tyreek Quollen is I didn't know he was available. I almost signed him. And Rashad Walker is the left tackle that I would sign.
Yeah, Tyreek Woolen, Rasheed Walker.
No, Woolen.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
that fight that he had on the sideline with during the playoffs, I didn't really like that either.
okay. I forget about that stuff. Well,
Nah,
y'all can
Woolen
read these.
went to where did he go? Did he go to the Rams? He went somewhere new today. Let me see what
Okay,
the hell
well,
he went.
y'all can read some of these.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you're right.
Romeo Dow's, Kevin Byard. Uh, like I said, y'all can see a lot of these guys. Um, and you know, um,
Caleb
He's still a free
Chason,
agent.
he had a good year
right,
and went to the Super
right.
Bowl, and he's done priced himself just about out of the market, is what it looks like.
You're right.
Because there's nothing wrong with him. He certainly would be a good signing for a team, but he's probably looking for a big payday. I mean, considering
Right,
this is his most productive season in the NFL,
right.
I bet he is looking for
Hmm.
a big payday. So
Right.
I don't know. He better
I
go
would
to
imagine.
ask the Titans or the Raiders or somebody that's got a bunch of cash.
Yeah, and let's be real. He was here for one off season and didn't leave happy because he got here. They said, "Okay, you go play on special teams." He came here to compete to start, and next thing you know, they let him go, and he didn't much like it. So he went off somewhere else, showed his talent elsewhere, and there he is. Leo Chanel's pretty good. Caden Ellis, I've heard a lot. I think he's a blitzing inside linebacker, but I'm not necessarily going to say.
Yeah,
I mean,
he played gangbusters. Yeah, he played really good.
yeah. He's 31, but he's a guy that you could bring in as a guy who was a stopgap behind a rookie you draft. So it's possible. Um, you know, um, I have it in my heart and soul that we are going to sign Devin Lloyd. I like to have Devin Lloyd or Leo Chanel. Those are my two picks on this list of guys I like. I could name a few others, but it matters not. Uh, I don't see
Well,
any
look, I
centers on
was
this
I was
list. So,
fine with Quay Walker. I think Quay Walker would
right,
have been a big upgrade to
right,
this defense, and Chanel will be too if it doesn't work out with Lloyd. Listen, Panthers
right.
fans, don't freak out if we don't get Lloyd. We can still get Chanel or somebody else, and still probably upgrade the linebacker room. I don't think it's going to be that difficult for the Panthers to upgrade the linebacker room, considering how we've looked the past 2 years. So let's not freak out if Lloyd doesn't work out. We are trying to pay him big time, and really that's more of a risk anyway, because you get somebody like Chanel on down the list, and if it doesn't work out, we can move on pretty easily. But if we top the market with Lloyd or reset the market with Lloyd, then he has to
Hmm.
work out, and he has to have a great year. And you got to always be skeptical of guys that play great in their contract season, and you don't see much else from them. That's always a worrisome thing. We've seen it from players in the past. The dead come alive when it's time to get paid. So let's just hope it wasn't a flash in the pan for Lloyd.
Right,
I think most people believe in him pretty well. And as far as a coverage linebacker, man, his grades were excellent last year. She's still talking
right.
about Jahad Campbell, but yeah, I would think that if we don't get Lloyd, it's not the end of the Panthers season. Don't give up on 2026 just yet if we don't sign Lloyd.
We signed Devin Lloyd. Y'all gonna see me on the Charlotte News. I'm just telling y'all that right now.
Easy, Jacob.
Hey, we signed Devin Lloyd. This is an A+ free agency for me, just on them two signings. Not even count Kenny Pickett's not even in the classroom for me. Just Jaelan Phillips and Devin Lloyd. That's
Mhm.
amazing.
All righty, real quick, y'all. Let's briefly talk. Um, uh, Rico signed with the Steelers. Cade Mays took a big contract to the Lions. Um, I can't remember the other Panther signings, free agents that went elsewhere. Of y'all,
K Mays and Rico's the only two I remember seeing today that I can think of.
right.
And of course, we also did re-sign our corners down in the depth chart there, like our third and really not even a third, more like a fourth and fifth corners that we had. Bray Christian is still he's a free agent. Who else is a free agent that was mentioned in the chat earlier? Uh, Oh yeah, Kirk Cousins is a free agent. He's not with the Falcons no more. Falcons cut him.
Right. It's a shame. The Falcons. They had a really. They don't have a first round pick. They traded their first round pick this year to move up last year to take James Pierce Jr., the all prison guy. So
That man said all prison.
Yeah,
Jesus
I was.
Christ. Playing
Since
in the
you said
penal league.
since you got a little salty about it, I was going to say that you did say there were questions around his character as he was coming into the league.
You did call that.
You called
he
that
did.
very early, being a Tennessee fan. So, and you also questioned his effort as well. And it looks
Right.
like once again Pickle was right on that in the long run. It didn't show last year, but it sure enough did show in the off season with some bad decisions. But look, we don't wish anything bad on the guy.
No, not at all.
Hopefully things work out for him and he gets his life back under control and back on the right path.
Football's the least of his issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's got some other
unfortunately, the
stuff to say.
Saints did get better today. I could argue that the Falcons and the Buccaneers both got worse though. I can say that.
Yeah,
Mike
the
Evans
Buccaneers
are
got
gone.
worse.
the Saints didn't have to do too much to get better. I mean, they did.
Well, I mean, Pickle, they beat us twice though.
Oh God!
They just got
shut
lucky.
up, Jay.
I mean, just being real with. I mean, I can't really talk shit about them because they did.
Well, I
beat us
mean,
twice.
you're right. You're absolutely right. They beat us twice. But hey, one of them we let them beat us. We just did. One of them we let them beat us because it made it feel better. Got to keep the commish happy.
That's what I like about that Jaelan Phillips signing too. Is that he's good against the run as well. He's not just one directional, so to speak. He's got multiple things that he's really good with.
Mm-hmm.
You can even put him in the inside at defensive tackle because I didn't realize it. I saw a video on X a little while ago that when he was with the Dolphins, they had him at defensive tackle and he was really good at even defensive tackle inside.
Yeah,
you know how Evero is. Yeah.
How is Evero? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you know how Evero is when he comes to his defensive players. He likes for them to be moving parts, so to speak. He wants them at multiple positions at times. He does it to safeties. He does it for our defensive ends.
Very true statement.
It's facts. He does move people around, and what I saw Pickle before you go is that he got like 60 pressures when our entire defense only got 80 pressures last year. So I mean, if he's a 60 pressure guy, we've seen Derek Brown get multiple seasons of 50 pressures. This is a huge addition. But anyway, go ahead.
Real quick, y'all. Jeremy Flowers from ESPN is reporting that Devin Lloyd is stationed on the West Coast. He went to high school in Chula Vista, California. I'll probably butcher that to anybody out there. And it's only 4:25 p.m. there right now. So the day's far from finished for Lloyd. Still a big decision for his career coming down to Carolina, New Orleans, or Cincy. And it could come down to tonight. So sometime tonight you'll hear that. I generally go to bed around 9 or 10. I'm sure they'll breaking news that he's signing somewhere about 10 o'clock right before I go to bed. Or I'll be laying in the bed. I hear a beep, and next thing I know, I'm getting out of bed.
I need to see that graphic where he's already in the uniform and got the helmet on. That's what I want to see when I wake up. Pickle.
Yeah, well, now he won't sign it. Let's remember, none of these deals from pen to paper till Wednesday.
Do they still have like physicals, and then if they fail the physical, they don't get the contract? Pickle. Is that possible?
Right. Well, it's possible, but also let's not forget Greenlaw, who signed with the Broncos a couple years ago, was released by the Broncos today. So,
he has the injury history as well, though. Unfortunately.
Well, yeah, but most people in the NFL, or most of your free agents have a negative that you have to address when signing them. I mean,
Yeah, there's always going to be something you can point out for
Mhm.
sure.
mhm.
But back to the, Mike Evans leaving this division is huge. I
Yes,
mean,
it is.
Absolutely.
him being on the
That's the win in
49ers
itself,
is
Deeze.
huge. I mean, you talk about NFL news. That's massive NFL news. Mike Evans goes to the 49ers. I mean, that's a big weapon for Brock Purdy over there. And it is a huge subtraction from what Baker Mayfield had going on. And the edge rusher signing, anytime somebody complains about the edge rusher we signed, I think back to that game where our pass rushing unit made Baker Mayfield look like prime Barry Sanders, just juking everybody in the backfield. It was insane, like how much we couldn't get to Baker Mayfield and take him down. So hopefully that's going to change. And with Mike Evans off the Buccaneers, I mean, even if they got Brian Thomas Jr., it's not the same. It's not the same caliber of player that they're bringing in there. So I don't think that the Bucs can bring in anybody to replace Mike Evans. They took a heavy blow today, and the Saints did too. Demario Davis is finally out of the
I was
division.
going to say the same thing, Deeze. Good take.
Goodness, he's out of this division. I'm so sick of that guy.
That's big.
He tortured us forever, and finally he's out. And like Jake said earlier, he had to rub some salt in the wound about how we lost to the Saints twice last year. Thanks for bringing that up, Jake. But I'm glad he's out of division too. So those two things I think were big wins for us, and I think we had a better day than either the Saints or Bucs did. Now we can make the argument that you think Atlanta had a big day because they brought in Tua, but the two left-handed quarterbacks for Atlanta is interesting, I guess. But them signing Tua didn't really move me very much. It just sounds like a backup quarterback. Did y'all see it any other way for Atlanta?
Nah, I mean,
No.
it didn't move the needle for me, Deeze, at all. I mean, they still, in my opinion, still have a quarterback need over there, even with the Tua signing. Both Tua and Penix both has been known to have injuries. Tua's been, I mean, how many head injuries, concussions? I mean, I'm surprised the man is still playing football. If it was me, I wouldn't. But
Seriously.
hey, more power to the guy. I don't, like we said earlier, I'm not wishing injury on that man whatsoever. I hope him, unless he plays us, I hope for the best when it comes to health to him. But he don't move the needle for me. I'm not scared of Tua or Penix at quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Neither one.
I'd say that was in the sum of all things, that was a win for the Panthers today. At least what these other teams have done. I think that we're winning so far. We won the division last year. Right now, we're winning in free agency, so we haven't lost out to anybody yet. Mike Evans off the Bucs, man, been waiting for that a long time. He's killed us for over a decade, so that's a big plus for the Panthers. Addition to the Panthers by subtraction from these other guys in the division is exactly what happened today.
Right. Exactly. And again, I want to say, for folks still worried about the contract, y'all chill until the details come out. I've proven this over and over and over for a great amount of years.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get upset till the contract's released and see how the details surround it. Okay? A lot of people freaked out when Robert Hunt's deal come out because it was so much, and how can you play a guard so much money? I said, don't get upset until the details come out. The details come out, wasn't as bad as it looked because the structure of the deal means more than the amount of the deal. Because listen, Greenlaw a few years ago signed a large contract with Denver. He didn't get nowhere near half of it. That's just fact. So a lot of
If
the
it
free
plays
agents
out,
sign these
Pickle,
deals.
it's a good number in 2 years if he does ball out, though, because the market will be that much more. Like, especially in that position, that's one of the ones that jumps big every damn time. So if you got your guy for the next 3-4 years, you're straight. That's all you want out of him.
Right.
Yeah, pass rusher market's always going to go up. At least going by what it's been doing the last few years, it's continuously going up. And you know how Brent Tillis does his contracts, Pickle. There's more likely there's going to be an out in that contract either after the second or third year in his contract, and it'll be like a certain amount of money they save because $40 million of it's not guaranteed, right? No, it was $80 million guaranteed. Paid him $120. Yeah, so like you said, I wouldn't worry till the contract details is out. And you know how Brent Tillis does his stuff. It ain't gonna be a bad contract. I'm not worried about it.
No, it won't be. And Pickle pointed out something before the show that we need to bring up, and it's the fact that if you look at the past 2 years, these teams in the NFL have gained over 10% cap. You know what I mean? We're up 20% in 2 years, or it's a little more than that, actually, I think. So there's not.
It's almost like they got to spend this shit.
Yeah, and it's like you should that these edge rushers are making, and the $30 million mark isn't what it was 2 years ago. I mean, it's just not. Guys are making more than that now. The market's already been reset again. So you just can't get all up in arms because of the numbers that you see flashed on the first day of free agency. You just got to have a little bit of patience with it, and things should work out for us really overall. If we're going after a particular guy because he played in a particular scheme, and that's the reason why we're targeting him, all that stuff makes sense. And let's not second guess it until we see it not work. If it doesn't work, then we can certainly say, man, we really messed up doing this. But until then, I think we should all have a lot of confidence. You know, Dan Woodman knows what he's doing. The guy set records for the Panthers. He wore the colors for the Panthers. You know what I mean? He's been there, done that. He's not going to go out of his way to make some kind of risky move or pay some guy that doesn't deserve it. And at 26 years of age, I mean, it's the right age where you want to take a swing right here. And like Jake was saying, just to wrap this up, 26. You probably got him for 2 years, maybe even a third year. You probably could cut him in a third year, but it would hurt. But then you're good after that. So it's not a forever thing by any means.
Well, real quick, guys, just to make y'all feel better, Jacoby Dean did sign with the Raiders today.
Doesn't make me feel better.
Well, let me finish. But the Cowboys offered him more money. And
he wanted to go play with his boy, though, Pickle.
And he reportedly told Jerry Jones it's not worth playing for the Cowboys.
You know, that hurt Jerry's feelings.
He ain't got no feelings. You can't worry about it.
That's very true as well.
Speaking of the Cowboys, they're in talks with Hendrickson, but the problem is that he wants more than what they want to pay him. Isn't that what the rumors are around him?
Hendrickson, that's always the case. I feel like that's always the case with Dallas players. People that want to go to Dallas, if they want it bad enough, they'll make it work, though, homie. I really believe that. We'll see how bad he wants to go there.
Well, the first thing I thought was the Cowboys are doing good if they traded Parsons first-round picks and turned around and signed Hendrickson. I mean, if they do make that sign, and they're doing a great job over there.
Mm-hmm.
Even you're looking at like what probably they want to offer a 2-year deal or something like that, Pickle, and he probably wants 3 or 4. I would imagine something like that.
Right.
That's probably the sticking point.
It's not something right. And I mean, there's ways they could do this, but I mean, again, Henderson is 31 years old, and it's not just that. But you're asking an older guy like that, to go play in a 3-4 defense he's never played in before.
Right.
And that in itself is going to be hard. That given he's played in this one way all these years, and then he has to switch to something else. And a lot of players just don't want to do that.
Can you really blame them? I can't.
No, if I'm Trey Hendrickson, I'm going to go somewhere that plays
where my values
that
are maximized. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah, you want to be in the right system,
sure,
especially at 31. I mean, you don't want to go learn a new system at 31. I mean, to me, you don't. In case the money's just that good.
Pickle, you said it over and over, but I would throw the Patrick Queen situation in with that. Like, he was better off going where he was, even though he probably could have got more money with us. And he wanted to play for Quinn, so that was a scheme thing.
Right. Absolutely.
I would say initially I'd probably take Lloyd over Queen. I mean, if we went back and compared apples to apples or oranges to oranges, probably Lloyd would be the better signing. I'm scared of resetting the inside or the middle linebacker market with him. I'm worrisome about that, but
right.
we've been saying Lloyd over here for weeks now, or months,
a good
maybe.
while, buddy.
Right.
And
Right.
at least we were right. At least we're in the running for it, even if it doesn't work out.
I had two people PM me today on Twitter and early this morning and tell me that they've heard from inside sources Devin Lloyd is already in Charlotte and already got an apartment picked out. He's just waiting to sign the contract today. And I said, well, they can't sign the contract today. Well, source said he was. I said, well, your source on Twitter on Reddit is wrong.
Sounds great,
just because you read something or hear something and somebody says, I heard it, don't believe what they say.
Pickle, I would like to think if they had a whiff that we weren't going to get him, they would have went on ahead and pulled the trigger on somebody else. So we got to still have some steam on that whole thing.
Yeah, I still believe I still believe we're the number one team. We just bottom line is Tillis or Dan just got to knuckle in and get her done. Get her done, boys. Get her done.
Hold on. I mean, I know it's gonna be hard for all of us because I mean, we're Panther podcast. Let's just pretend for a second that we're not Panthers fans. What are the three teams again that's in talks with Devin Lloyd right now? The Panthers,
I think I know where you're going to
the Bengals, and the Saints, right?
Right.
And we're talking about their defenses, right?
Yeah.
If I'm Devin Lloyd, I'm not even. It's definitely a money situation. It's definitely a money situation because you can't be a serious person and think, "Oh, I'm gonna be better on the Cincinnati Bengals defense if I go there." Oh, I'm gonna be better on the New Orleans Saints defense if I go there. No, you're not. No, you're not. If you come sign with the Panthers, for one thing, you're going to be a staple linebacker on our defense because as of right now, we don't have no linebackers in that room really. We have Trevor Wallace who. He's been hurt back-to-back years. Can't keep him on the field long enough. Outside of him, it's people behind him as like third, fourth string linebackers. He would be the premier linebacker as soon as he signs with us, and he's going to be on a really good defense.
Something to that, Jacob. They don't have no damn Darren and JC Horns on them other two teams you just mentioned.
Or Mike
they ain't got no Jaelan Phillips either that we just signed.
Jaelan Phillips,
they don't even have
sending defense.
Yeah, they don't even have a JJ Jensen.
Who does?
Okay, maybe that ain't the same thing. But anyway.
I mean, Cart Talk is an appeal. I don't know how much it weighed into his decision or will weigh into his decision, but I do look forward to an episode of Cart Talk with Devin Lloyd and JJ Jansen, now that you bring it up. But yeah, I would think, like Mr. Brooks said, Bengals are out. Why would you want to go to play for the Bengals? They didn't make the playoffs last year. They probably won't make it this year.
Why would you
play for the Saints? They ain't going to make the playoffs this year.
Right. I mean, if you are an NFL player and you're trying to decide, you're going to do a quick Google search of the Bengals because you're a player and you've been playing all year. I mean, okay, call Trey Henderson and say, hey, man, do I want to go work for the Bengals? What Trey going to tell you? No, I wouldn't. You know? Hey, man,
maybe.
I know you're on the Bengals. Don't want to come work for them? I got you. I mean, the Bengals already signed an edge rusher now. They already signed a guy. But at the same time, you know, why? I mean, if you're Devin Lloyd, why would you go in for the Bengals? You know, so
no reason.
No reason. And you know, the Saints, I wouldn't go work for the Saints. I mean, the Saints don't have as good as D-line as the Panthers got.
Yeah, that defense has been breaking down and tearing down for 4 or 5 years now. And it's just spiraling out of control. And it's like, how do the Saints even have any money whatsoever? It just boggles me that they can even promise to sign anybody with all the shenanigans they've been up to in the front office over there. So yeah, no, I don't see it. I think they're just trying to run the price up for us. I really do think that's what they're doing and nothing else. I would think the Saints are looking to the draft probably for a middle linebacker, just as probably we are too. So, yeah, of course they're going to have their hat in the pot after losing to Mario Davis today, you know, looking to get Devin Lloyd, but the chances I would think are slim comparatively. They don't have a great cap situation. Number one, they don't have a lot of players around them. Two, they were trading people, kind of tanking last year anyway, and lucked out and won some games. You just can't. I don't see the situation over there really convincing him to go there. Not with us making the playoffs in just Dave Canales' second year. I think that's strong enough to bring in some free agents. Just like me and Jake talked about in Invaders. Are we a free agent destination? Well, I mean, with what we did today, I think you can say yes, we're closer to being an actual free agent destination. Now, the true answer is it's a little farther off. And it's going to take some time to really be there, and it's going to take some more success under this regime to be a true free agent destination. Yep. But we took a step in the right direction today, did we not, Jake?
No, we certainly did. I completely agree, Deeze. And I feel a lot better about our team coming off a playoff appearance. I mean, you can argue that prior to this season, yes, we have been a terrible team. I mean, you can't shy around that. I mean, a lot of it, unfortunately, had to do with our front office not knowing how to handle a football team. Head coaches that were absolutely abysmal. They didn't know how to run a football team. Our GM that we had prior was absolutely horrendous. He's probably somewhere on the island right now, hopefully just far away from any football team in the NFL, because I wouldn't wish him on anybody. But coming off that playoff appearance against the Rams, man, we had a great game. Dan Morgan's doing his thing. The faith in Dave Canales is at an all-time high right now. Bryce Young is getting better and better each season. I mean, our first-round draft pick that we just had Rookie of the Year. I mean, if we're not trending in the right direction just by what I just said, then I don't know how we're not. I mean, I don't know how you can argue against me right now.
No, I think we're directly over the target. We're absolutely moving in the right direction. It's unlikely that Phillips is going to fail, and then you add Lloyd to that. Then I think the expectation for next season is to win the division. It was already set that way according to Dan Morgan. He said this is the new standard.
Uh-huh.
But you add those two guys to this defense in the secondary, which is already solid. I already told y'all I thought we were done at cornerback, and apparently we were. The cornerback room is good enough. I mean, you don't want both our starters to get hurt or something crazy. But other than that, I mean, the cornerback room is set. Nick Scott played great last year. No reason to replace him. You got Lathan Ransom up under him, learning anyway. You could add another safety to the room if you wanted to. We just need another slot maybe to replace Chow Smith-Wade. You can do that in the draft. So it's just
it could be Corey Thornton as well.
Seven. And Corey Thornton. I love Corey Thornton. So, yeah, absolutely. I would love to see him do it, as a matter of fact, probably over anybody else or possible a draft pick. And It's just the front seven. With adding these two linebackers, what else are you looking for? Maybe one defensive tackle? Who was the guy that said he'd love to come home? That would be somebody. You talked with Kay Adams today. I can't remember his name. But it would be great. Yeah, that would be a good addition maybe for the defensive line, the front seven. I mean, aren't we getting close to done here on the defense, Pickle? I mean, how much more positions of need do we really have if we add those two linebackers?
If you add them two linebackers, maybe depth at center. That's about it. Or not center, safety. But maybe because Nick Scott's a free agent, by the way.
Oh, we're not bringing Nick Scott back. Okay.
Well, I mean, he is a free agent. We just haven't offered him a deal yet.
Right.
I still wouldn't mind bringing back Isaiah Simmons, man. He played very good in that Rams playoff game as well. And you're going to have him in the backup role. I'm not talking about starting. I would definitely pencil in Ransom as the starting safety and have Isaiah Simmons as that third safety. You know how he still get a bunch of playing time. Everett loves using three safety concept. He just does. Big nickel safety / corner, that he just loves that.
Right.
All Simmons said was okay. And that could, he tweeted that out, but that could go either way. Okay.
Yeah, that could mean anything.
Okay, they do want me back. And I'm hoping we do want him back. The way he played on special teams was fantastic.
Yes.
Right.
I don't see him starting. Do you think Simmons would start for his Pickle? And do you think they bring back Nick Scott? I want to know both those answers. I'm curious.
Uh, I think they would bring back Nick Scott, but I think it's going to be a later on this offseason move. Simmons, I definitely would bring back, but I don't know that I would start him. I think he would be behind Morig as a prime depth. I'll tell you who I would start at least this offseason, at least in training camp or preseason. I'd start Ramsey. I definitely would.
Yeah, Ransom just to see if he's how much he
Ransom, right.
progressed. Yeah, how much he progressed in the offseason.
Exactly.
I mean, I love the guy. I mean,
Right.
I really do. And the thought of pairing him with Morig just really sounds like some Panthers defense, some Panthers football.
Right.
We got some thumpers back there. If you make it by the linebackers, you're still going to get hit. And plus, I think we saw how effective Averill was bringing the safety in the blitz. We saw Morig get sacks. We saw Lathan Ransom get a big sack at a big time in a big game. And we also saw him intercept the ball to end the game against the Bucs. So we've seen him make big plays. I know he had that one bad call or one bad beat against the Saints. But other than that, man, he looks like a playmaker to me, especially in his rookie season to come in and do what he did, being drafted in the 5th round. I wouldn't be mad at him starting, but I just assumed with the way that Nick Scott played last year and the way that the coaching staff talked about him that he would be back. So when you told me he was a free agent, I didn't realize that. I thought we had him under contract and he was going to be back this season because all they ever said about Nick Scott, he's a great leader, great communicator. Right. He's the glue back there in the secondary. They really had glowing reviews of the guy. So I'm with you, Pickle. I like Ransom too, but Nick Scott may be the guy they ultimately go with, or maybe they pivot and go a different direction and end up drafting somebody in the 3rd round or something they want to start there. But it's hard to say right now. But I would think that that's probably one of the biggest things of need kind of to decide in this secondary. I don't think there's anything else in this secondary to even discuss other than that position of where Nick Scott's playing or was playing last year.
Right. Well, also we got to remember Yosh Nijman, the guy many have penciled in to be that left tackle sub until Icky gets back. He ain't re-signed either. So,
yeah, I'd say the offensive line is a complete hot mess right now. Well, we don't know. We don't know what direction they're going. Maybe Scott is out and Simmons is in. Maybe I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the offensive line. I mean, we've got left tackle is kind of a big hole. It's kind of important to Bryce to have somebody over there blocking. And Nyman's not my first pick. I think we could do better.
Right.
We did not draft last Thursday.
Yes, I do believe we could get better at tackle, left tackle, and even depth at tackle.
Or maybe if we brought in a guy like Monroe Freeling, like we were projecting last Thursday, maybe he sits 6 weeks and Nyman starts the first 6 weeks, and then we move on. You said we were in talks now with Brady Christensen. Do you think that they're thinking about playing Brady at left tackle? We've always wanted to see it. We're going to see it now.
If they sign him, they could. I mean, really. But again, it has to boil down to if they sign him.
Well, he can get a shot at it if they do sign him. Right. I mean, they put him there all training camp to see if he could do it.
If he can stay healthy. And to be honest with you, if I'm Brady Christensen, this is my one opportunity to prove to the league that, hey, I can be a starting left tackle in this league. Because, I mean, this position's wide open right now. He can't control who we draft, but,
Yeah, you never had a better opportunity, Jake. Go ahead.
Now, I was just going off of what we've done so far. I mean, it's still early in free agency. I mean, they can't even sign the actual contract yet. But I do think offensive line is going to be a big thing in our draft, first round especially, and the center position or guard / center. I think that's going to be addressed early within the first 4 rounds as well in the draft.
It have to be. I mean, at this point, they're pointing it out in the chat. Shout out Panther. He's been very active this show. He's saying that Cade Mays was a big loss. It was a huge loss.
It was.
We completely fumbled the bag on Cade Mays.
I wish him nothing but the best, man. Though that dude was so great, man. I I hated that. These you and Pickle both for saying we should go ahead and get ahead of his contract, re-sign him, get him locked up, and we didn't do it, unfortunately.
I mean, he beats out Austin Corbett twice, essentially. He beats him out from his play on the field. He didn't beat him out from his play in practice. According to the coaching staff, they would have refused to start Cade Mays over Corbett. But due to injury and his performance on the field and his PFF score, Cade Mays beat him both years. So why didn't we sign him after the first year he beat Austin Corbett out? But instead, we turn around and we double down on Austin Corbett. It was a bad decision. And now we're going to triple down on it this offseason. I don't want to see that. Do not triple down on Austin Corbett. But it looks like that's what we're barreling towards after losing Cade Mays. What's the other option? You're drafting a guy in the second round when you should be taking an inside linebacker. You're taking a guy in the third round, a center, when they said the center class isn't deep. You said you wouldn't designate any guy in the first round for center. So what's the real answer here? You paid all this money to these guards. You're going to start a bum in between your 2-star guards? I mean, it just looks like we painted ourselves in a corner, Pickle. What are the Panthers doing with the offensive line?
I'm not certain. Right now, I think they're relying too much on the draft. And not saying that they can't draft, they can. But if you re-sign Josh Nijman and he's going to come in as your left tackle, and you have Lewis and Hunt and Moton, do you really trust a 4th-round pick center to lead your offensive line, to call defensive plays and protection schemes, and make sure that you got extra help covering the left tackle, because golly geez, he likely can't handle it either? And then you're Bryce Young. I mean, yeah, good luck with that, bro.
I will say I'm actually gonna play devil's advocate a little bit right here, Pickle. I will say though, regardless of what rookie center we bring in, I do think that we're gonna have to draft one early. Like, it can't be later in the 4th round. And even then, I get it's gonna be a growing pain, but it is gonna help a center knowing that you have Robert Hunt on your right side and Damian Lewis on your left side. I will say that you can't ask for much more guard help on each side of you than them two.
So would you draft the center in the 2nd round?
Hey, I'm perfectly fine. I'm not gonna be mad about it, Pickle. I would not be mad about it. I mean, seriously, if there is a guy that they truly want, and they like maybe the offensive lineman, they're having to run an offensive lineman. It don't have to be center exactly, but just say they have a run and they feel like they need to take a center there. I'm perfectly fine with them taking a center in the 2nd round. Pickle.
Let me tell you
mad.
Let me tell you what, y'all. Probably about a month ago, I posted and I told Deeze, do not be surprised if a guy named Ethan Pollock shows up on Carolina doorstep. A guy, he's 31 years old. He's just a solid center. He tore his Achilles in December, so he'll miss some in 2026. But he has a depth experience with Canales, as he used to be a center for the Seattle Seahawks. Go ahead, Cole.
Give me. I have a name for y'all. This just came up today. I know nothing about him, but I'm gonna do my due diligence on him. He is a 2-time Pro Bowl center for the Green Bay Packers, and his name is Elton Jenkins.
Yes, he was
by Green Bay today. That might be somewhere we need to sniff.
Right. I said earlier in the show, or I think it was in the show, it might have been before the show, that I would definitely bring him in. Now he earned his Pro Bowl nods, as we're talking about, at guard. He played left guard for many years before they asked him to play center. So, but nonetheless, he played center. Really wasn't good at it. But, hey, you give him a whole offseason to do it, line him up with our offense. You never know when we have something. Besides, he's more of depth. And listen. And even if you can sign Pollock too, it'll still help you out, because Pollock won't be healthy till later on anyway. So you never know how that's going to work out. We definitely need depth.
What about Connor?
I don't think we need to wait till
Connor from
Who
the
is it?
Bills.
Is that McGovern?
Yeah, he
Remember.
re-signed with the Bills. Re-signed
He
a
did?
long-term
Okay.
deal. Yes.
I didn't
It's
see
been
that
so
yet.
much movement today, bro.
Yeah,
He did that. He did that yesterday, I think it was.
Okay.
I'm telling you
Chad
what,
Johnson.
after this week, I will be turning my notifications back off of X because I'm telling y'all right now, my phone was damn near
I
in vibration mode.
wouldn't. I wouldn't have turned my notifications on. Period.
Man, I just wanted to be on point with the Panthers news, man. That's the only reason I had.
I understand that. I do 100%. To be honest with you, dude, I was off today, and the only time I took the earbud out of my ear today, listening to either FM or even WFNC. I had NFL Network playing on my TV. I had to go have an X-ray in my foot and had an earbud in, and she says, "You got to remove that." I said, "Are you sure I have to? I ain't had my head X-rayed."
Chad Johnson likes to stay in Charlotte a lot of times. He, if I'm not mistaken, he comes down here and he goes to like some type of, I don't know if it's like a athletic workout center or something. He does something in Charlotte that's athletic. But yeah, he loves Charlotte too, man. Every time he's on that podcast with Shannon Sharp, he's always talking good stuff about the Carolina Panthers. Panthers need to send that man some tickets.
Yeah, if he's going to recruit for us, definitely. What
Yeah.
are the Raiders? Why do the Raiders have two good centers? Great point by Panther. Why did they get Linderbaum if they already have Jackson Powers?
Because they're planning to move Jackson Powers Johnson to guard. A lot of folks don't believe that they don't believe in Jackson Powers Johnson as a center. They view him as a guard because of his size. A lot of folks like the scrawnier centers because they want to be able to just zone. And Jackson Powers Johnson is listen. It's like Cade Mays. Cade Mays is a power center,
Big
right?
boy.
You
Yeah, he's
understand?
big.
He's a big boy. You get him in the middle, he'll power everybody. He's a lot like Hunt. He's a power guy, and that's great at guard. But at center, sometimes for a lot of schemes, you remember Ryan Clell, folks, how he used to when the running back had to run to the outside and you had to pull a guy, it was often Ryan because he was faster and more mobile and knows how to do that. And that's really picked on the NFL. A lot of people want that style a zone blocking center versus a power blocking center. And Jackson Powers Johnson and K Mays are power blockers. So neither one of them would fit in our scheme that they want anyway. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from on this, and we're definitely zone blocking, and looks like they're all over it in the chat saying a third round for JPJ.
He's
I would do that.
He's not as big as we think they
no,
is either. He's
but
only
the
6'3".
There have been a bunch of other teams. As soon as they signed Linderbaum, it's my understanding the Raiders' phone lit off the hook. People calling about Linderbaum, about Jackson Powers Johnson, and Raiders says no, we're not trading him. He's going to line up at guard. He's going to be our starting guard. We're not trading him. And eventually, I can see them doing he's going to be our starting guard and our backup center.
Well, that's going to help them that they drafted him in the first round because they had that fifth-year option. I mean, it'd be smart for them. But if
they drafted him in the second, didn't they?
I thought they did it first because that Frazier guy went in second, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was the early second, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. I just looked it up. He was the second round. I was still if he is though on the market, if they do say that he's tradable, hey, I'm picking up that phone call. And I know Dan Morgan said he don't want to trade no picks for it, but I'd see if we had a player that they'd want.
Yeah, I would. I'd say.
Y'all want an Andy Dalton? Y'all want an Ashawn Robinson? We'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Let me introduce to you a young nickel corner who's extremely talented. Had a pick 6 last year. Let me introduce you to a guy we call Chow Smith Wade, one of the best young nickel corners in the NFL today. What I tell him.
Do you like chicken chow mein? We got some if you do.
My goodness. Big old balls.
I tell you what. If you agree to the deal, not only will we send you Cal Smith Wade, not only will we send you a 4th round pick, a 3rd round pick, but we, in the kindness and the leveling of our heart, send you Ashawn Robinson and Andy Dalton and a month's supply of good old fashioned Carolina barbecue.
I might even throw it in Bowberry.
And a box of Bowberry biscuits.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's some damn North Carolina sweet tea. You can have some of that too.
Now, this is out Vegas, yo.
I need to address something Dee said earlier because it was the right thing to say, but you know I'm that type of guy, so it's not gonna work for me. I feel like if we fucking miss out on Devin Lloyd, he was going back and forth with us and the Saints doing that shit on purpose, so we couldn't shop for any more fucking linebackers. I'm gonna be highly, highly upset, my friend.
Oh, if he goes to the Saints, yeah, if he goes to the Saints, it's on since day one.
Then you know what he was doing if he goes there. He's stalling us the fuck out so we couldn't go shopping elsewhere.
Yeah, he really shouldn't go there. I wouldn't think.
But
that attractive.
There are other linebackers out there. I mean, they're not going to be as good as Devin Lloyd, but they'll have to work out.
I mean,
they're Christmas list.
They're upgrade still.
I had 4 or 5 that I was strong for, and I have lost all of them. I need Lloyd to come through.
Right.
I'm not on Chanel like y'all. I don't want Chanel. Do not.
Right. Both. I like Chanel.
I mean, is he going to be worse than Roseboom and who else we had in coverage out there? I doubt it.
I tell you what. Roseboom is available. I mean, we can still get. No,
Pickle, don't say that. Hell, I'm available. Let me go.
We can still get Monkey or what's the fella? What's his name? Not Monkey.
What's the fella?
We can still get Christy Barnes. Clarence is available.
All those guys was rotating. One was on injury reserve 1 week. The other one was the next.
God almighty knows.
Man,
swapping turns in the training room. It was just tag you're in all season long at linebacker.
That's it.
The thing about the Devin Lloyd signing is it would work out so well for us, our plan wise in the draft, because we're going to double dip on the offensive line early, and then we're still going to draft a linebacker as well somewhere early. But out of them 3 picks, you could do anything. I mean,
I'd be more open to getting Bryce some more weapons too, Jacob. I'd go running back.
You can still do that.
Some shit like that.
Listen, there's the Tampa Bay running back still available.
I like it, but Rashid.
Right, but yes,
I like it.
Yes. Now, to be honest with you, from my understanding, the Saints and the Bengals and the Panthers have all made their contract offers, and Devin Lloyd and his agent aren't taking any more calls. They're deciding.
Mulling it over.
The last tweet I've seen, and I like going by what I heard, and it's of course it's not reliable because it ain't by any of the known people that we know that's actually reliable. They did say that our offer was bigger than the other ones, but
right, I've heard that.
That don't mean much.
Pickle, we either gonna get them or it's Patrick Queen 2.0, baby. One or the other. It's gonna be an extreme. I hope I really do. We need it.
Now I'm going to read you something. It was 2 hours ago, and it's from Fade Out Flex, who's got 64 followers. Fuck you. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, you can probably ride out, dude.
I'm going to, excuse me. I shouldn't say that on a public podcast because somebody might get offended.
Him and his 63 followers.
Bro, the Titans are still signing people, man. They just signed 16 minutes ago. They signed a cornerback from speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, they have no secondary no more. Their secondary is gone. They lost their starting safety.
Is ready though.
That offense is definitely ready, but they have no defensive secondary. It's gone in
No.
free agency. All of them. All their starting corners are gone. One of the starting safeties is gone. Yeah, I mean, they might still have a good defensive line as well, but outside of that, they're just going to be whoever plays them, unless they address it in the draft and sign somebody else in free agency in a heartbeat. They're just going to airmail it. They're just going to throw it deep.
What about Mechie? Do y'all like the idea of bringing Mechie in at wide receiver? I think that would be a good get for us. I don't think it'd be crazy expensive, would it, Cole?
No. You know, Dad likes Bama. He likes getting players from the South, so you can never rule that out. Mechie and Bryce didn't play together, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they were good in Alabama together.
Well, then
yes, they
shit.
was.
Even more so. Yeah,
I can't remember what team Mechie was on last, but I remember Bryce Young and him talking and dabbing each other up, so they still have a really good relationship.
Was he on Houston the whole time, or did he go somewhere else after Houston?
I believe he went somewhere else after Houston.
Probably.
I think he got traded. Yeah, he went to the Jets, didn't
he? Yeah, I'd be down with Mechie coming to Carolina for sure.
Yeah, he went to the Jets.
Mechie did?
Yes, his last team was with the Jets. That's how I know we played him last year.
Oh, that's where he was. That's not where he is now, right?
No. He's a free agent now, but the last team was with the Jets.
I would want to be a free agent too.
I know Breece Hall was wanting to get the hell out of Dodge, wasn't he? They franchise tagged him and said, "You ain't going nowhere."
Or Breece.
Yeah, he was trying to hit market.
Oh yeah, Mike Evans better stay away from that practice field. He better just stay at home.
Oh yeah, the substation or whatever.
I forgot about that.
That's hilarious.
He's gonna have all kind of new injuries. So Kenny Pickett, man, I can't shake that.
I know he's your favorite player. I know he is.
I know. I didn't. You know what? I didn't comment on what I was going to say. This might be an overreaction, Deeze, but I know the whole reason they brought his ass here. They started smitten with him when he had the ACC championship game in the bank, and he did that little fake slide by total accident on some total unathletic shit and got away with it, and then ran for like 50 yards. I know
they changed the rule. They changed the rule because of that.
Changed the rule because of that. This man tried to slide and couldn't do it and stayed up and kept running.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Kenny Pickett. I'm really not. I haven't been. I never was. Maybe he'll make me a fan now he's a Panther.
He might.
That's about the nicest thing I can say, I think. Is
Kenny Pickett ain't had no tat. He ain't had no tat to roll, I can tell you that.
He definitely didn't. And Dan was talking about, we need this athletic. We're going to bring in this athletic guy, this guy that can run the football. And it's like, you grab Kenny Pickett, and it's like, why did we do that? And it's just, I don't even know the reason why. And Pickle said it was to compete with Dalton. And it's like, a ham sandwich could compete with Dalton at this point. I
don't know, bro.
I just don't understand it.
I'll tell you what to say. I don't want to see Eddie Dalton come out there.
Honestly, I don't recall Dan saying athletic, but I trust you, Deeze. But I do. But and sometimes I'll listen to something and be doing something else, so it don't sink in my brain. But like I said before, I truly believe that when Dan signed whoever he signed Pickett to a 1-year deal, I'd have to say it's just a stop guy to whoever they draft. Yeah. I'm going to wait and see on the contract and see how the details are laid out. But it wouldn't shock me at all for them to have a way.
He ain't guaranteed to be on the damn roster. That's a good point. How long is the contract? It's 1 year, right?
It's a 1 year.
Yeah, it's 1 year.
He ain't guaranteed to make the shit. He could end up being an emergency quarterback. You never know. They draft somebody and he gets his ass beat.
And it is only a 1 year deal. We got to take that into effect. It's a 1 year deal. It's not like he's signed to a 3-year contract. It's
Right.
a 1 year deal, and it's very cuttable.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, you never know when hypothetically they draft a guy,
Yeah, I think that's
whoever
what
it
might
is in
happen.
the draft, and
That ain't
turn
off the
around
table.
and he's smarter and moves the ball better, and they just what they could do is just say, okay, Kenny, you're number 3. And then start calling around to people by trade deadline and said Kenny's available if you need him. And call it at that.
Get a pick for
You
him or
never know
something.
how another team may call him. And if
Panther
Atlanta
guy,
calls and says we need Kenny Pickett, said I'll trade him to you for a first round pick.
Gonna cost you extra, bitch.
I will sleep like a baby tonight if the last
But
breaking news I get is the Panthers signed Devin Lloyd. If that happens, I'm sleeping well tonight.
I don't like how things played out. We really need Devin Lloyd now because all the linebackers I want are shot, and I thought we were gonna steal at least one of them.
I'm gonna go widescreen. Everybody listen up good. Oh, hang on. I gotta get this chat out of my way. I can't do my gig here. Don't get too hyped on that free agent news that you will guarantee to come walking in that door because you burnt me on Patrick Queens. Fool me once, shame on you. You burnt me on Milton Williams. Fool me twice, shame on me. You ain't getting a third one. You ain't getting a third one. That's what I have to say. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I ain't
fell
gonna
through
lie,
the
though.
last couple of years. Go ahead, Jake.
I was just gonna say that Jaelan Phillips news within the hour though. I think it was like an hour and 30 is when the start of the free agency started. Is when we got that news. I mean, it also surprised me because usually we do wait a little bit. We usually get our news when it comes to our signings later in the day, like around 4 or 5 p.m. So I was thankful at least that we got one big signing that early.
Yeah, does not. Do y'all not feel Dan Morgan jumps out there like that? Dan Morgan, he done Milt Williams breaking down.
Yeah, he locks in. He locks in on somebody. I give that man that credit though. He finds somebody that he truly likes, locks in on him, and either he's signing him or it's been breaking news that they failed to sign him at the very least.
There's a lot of reports that said that Phillips was our number 1 guy out of all free agents.
Yeah, that's true.
Take that
That
with
is
a grain of
definitely
salt.
true.
When I read,
Yep.
I was surprised too.
I kind of said he would.
That's your guy. That's your guy.
Well, I mean, what really my guy? I knew what I heard.
Panthers in general.
I thought.
Yeah, and he's from Miami. Okay, he's from Miami. Dan used to watch him train when he was in college.
No, he's from
Dan
Cali.
would work out.
He's
I
from
forgot
Cali.
he played the Canes.
Well,
he's from Cali. He went to Miami.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that.
I'm pretty sure Dave Canal. I think they all got connections with them. Dave Canal and Dan Morgan.
Yeah. So.
Oh, he got some bread. We threw a crazy bag in that bag, boy.
Why you say? That's the main reason why I didn't think we was gonna sign him because people was talking about Trey Hendrickson getting paid. I thought Jaelan Phillips was gonna get paid more than
we fucking
mainly because of his age.
So far, Jaelan Phillips is the highest.
Yeah, he is.
I was about to say that's the biggest one of the day.
It is
by a margin.
I'm
sure. The second highest paid when it was the wide receiver from the Colts.
Oh,
he got a bag
too, or whatever it was.
Yeah, he got a bag too.
Got him a monster one from
Yes, he did.
That was their guy, though. They really wanted him back, so
they traded the other receiver today, though.
I guarantee you, we wasn't on that phone call with
Shout out.
No.
Shout out to this Patriot fan. All right. And it says, I'm learning something about Panther fans. Y'all boys cheap as hell. Y'all cry about Milton Williams last year, even though he didn't go to your team. About pouting about Phillips, who does one thing that probably would have helped us win that playoff game. Just some
Oh yeah,
David
any kind of
Gettleman
pass rush.
minion.
Yeah, any kind of pass
But
rush
y'all,
wins you that game for sure.
yeah, that y'all just David Gettleman minions right there. That's just what you are, man. I mean, David Gettleman, Matt Rule wannabes. That's what the hell you are.
I tell you what, David Gill.
He killed me with that right there.
Oh man, that boy,
That
that man liked his hog mileage though. I know
yeah,
that.
And
yeah.
Quanas.
He was one. Y'all think y'all
He
think y'all
was
think
one.
Jaelan Phillips will wear number 50?
He might wear 5.
I don't want him to wear 5. It'll be against the law for edge rusher to wear a single digit.
Here we go. Here
I'm
we
about to
go.
say,
Well, he might as well.
Pickle's
Scorton wears
always been that
11.
way. That ain't nothing new.
Yeah,
It's
Scorton
available.
wears 11. Scorton wears 11, and Princely wears number 3. But I'm just being old. So I
Well,
guess
see,
I
they're
just suck
technically
it
not
up.
traditional edge rushers, Pickle. They're backers, right? You can blame it on
I
that.
wouldn't mind him in that 50.
Hell no, he would be sick in that. You're right.
There's already a picture on Google with him in a Panther.
Well, then you know that motherfucker waiting to drop his
Does
word.
anybody currently wear 50?
It wouldn't be a starter that's wearing 50, so no. Usually, if the
It's
guy
like a
Oh,
comes in,
wait a
it's
grad.
going
minute.
to be a
I think there
starter.
is. I think there is. Hey, let me make sure.
It ain't
Yes,
Bam Bam, is
Robert
it?
Hunt. Robert Hunt.
Oh,
wears
that's
50.
right. Why didn't we
Oh,
know
yeah.
that? We should
my
have
bad,
known
my
that.
bad, my bad.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
It's been a
that's.
long damn
I
embarrassment.
feel
Yeah.
bad.
See.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, fellas. That's why I'm here.
Thank you,
Somebody
Google.
go ahead and edit that out the video while we're live.
Never
Free agent
happened.
pride right there.
We are the champions, my friends. Yeah, y'all
So,
think
yeah, I
that's
guess it goes
somebody.
5 then. He takes Rico's old number.
Yeah, because I don't think Robert Hunt's gonna come out that 50.
No, that's definitely not
No.
going to happen.
I
About
know Robert
0
Hunt
chance of that.
he was happy that we signed him. He posted about it.
Yes, he was. He
Yep.
must have played
You
with
know who else?
no.
You
Never
know who
mind.
else was happy? Yeah, he did play with him with Miami.
He did play with him in
Yep,
Yep.
yep,
Miami. I
Yep.
thought he did for
with,
some reason.
with the Dolphins.
Yep.
But you know who else was happy that we signed him? Mike Jackson. Happy as
Mhm.
hell on X today. I bet he is. He's probably like, I don't have to cover a guy for 8 damn seconds.
Yeah.
That
They said
part.
shit him going. And that's something, folks. Y'all need to understand. We have better corners, and in the Miami Dolphins, I mean, we have better corners.
Hell yeah.
Like Cole said.
We've
Cole said
seen
a
they
while
can
ago.
cover.
All we needed was a pass rush. And
And you win
listen,
the
we
game.
got a young pass rusher on the other side, right?
Mhm.
You give us one pass rusher on one side, y'all don't realize it'll help open up the other
That
guys.
shit
They're
changes
learning.
up everything. It changes the whole game. It
Right.
wrecks
And
the game.
like our man Dee Money says, if you ain't with us now, you ain't
Ain't
welcome
welcome
to
to
the
the
parade.
parade. Yeah.
That's right.
I think
So
it's gonna be
Right.
Devin Lloyd,
get
Panther
on this
gal.
right. Get on this train now. Cause don't complain and bitch and boo-hoo about it. And then when we start making plays in the regular season, then say, "Oh yeah, I'm on it now." No, the fuck you ain't.
Oh man, I want it to be over. I want to know. I don't want to like go to
Panther
sleep.
said Phillips was 15 in Miami. Number 15 in Miami.
That would
He's
be
going to
kind
take
of
that
dope.
5, I think. I really think he's going to take that
You
5
see that
now.
too, Deeze? I know that's what. What do you wear in college? With 5?
I don't know. But Jimmy Horn's 15, correct?
Yeah. I don't think
Yeah,
it'd
you can
take
take
much
that
for
for
Jimmy Horn to
5.
get out there 15 though.
Well, that's true. That's true. And not when
I
you
don't
got
know, bro.
120 million today. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jimmy might not want to give that up.
I'll be honest with you, Panther guy. I think it's going to be Devin Lloyd is going to be our next big signing. And after that, it's probably going to be our free agency. We might sign a guy here and there to like vet minimum, somewhere around that. But that's basically it.
Jaelan Phillips wore number 15 and 95 during his time with the Miami Hurricanes, switching to 15 for his final season. During his early college career at UCLA, he wore number 15. So I can see him going. But listen, I can see him going to 5. I really could see him going to 5. 5's available. It's right now. It's the kick on wearing these single digit numbers. You got to remember something that maybe hurt him in Miami and even in Philly where he went to. They have a long history, which basically means they have a lot of players that numbers that they don't hand out.
Very
And
true.
you never know when a number he wanted, he could never get. Like Cole said, if he called up and said, "Give me number 15," Jimmy Horn might say, "Yeah, I give that number up."
Is he
I cost you.
So now he's the highest paid player on our defense, right? Nobody makes more than him, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Where's JC at?
There, he made a cool 100 million even.
Yeah.
All right, that's probably the damn closest one right there.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Derek Brown. Derek Brown's 96 million.
Y'all know, man. Too bad. Dee Money, where you at, bro? Y'all want to know what number Jimmy Horn Jr. wore in college?
5.
5.
They'll do
I'll be dang. Well, now
that's what's gonna happen. Yep. You heard it here, folks. First on the Blue and Black attack.
Calling their shots. I like it.
I'm still high on Jimmy Horn too, though. I like Jimmy Horn.
You better catch the damn ball. It's a sour taste in my mouth right now.
Yeah,
until we get Mechie. You'll feel all about Jimmy Horn once we get Mechie.
At the same time, Cole, I've also seen a rookie year drop some balls too, and he was a first rounder, top 10 pick.
He definitely had the drop teeth his rookie year, no doubt. This happens to some people, man. I don't expect it to be the same next year.
Yeah. I like, y'all know me. I like any number with 5 in it. 5 is my favorite number, but 15, 25. I mean, 55 too. I'm up there. I like 55. I've always been a 5s.
That's Dan's number. If he took Dan's number, that'd be wild. That would be wild.
I already got his jersey. If that's the case, then
just slap some duct tape on the back of it.
Yeah, just get it stitched over, bro. And there it is.
Yeah, put Phillips on the back of it. Ready to roll. Be like, this in. I got the first Jaelan Phillips.
As soon as you go, as soon as you go, right back off. That was a lot of money, though, boys.
It was.
Be worth it. It
definitely was.
I don't know how injury prone he is, but at least last year he was healthy. I think he'll be okay.
But I'm definitely with Pickle too, though, on a contract. I'm not worried about it because I know it's going to be structured right.
And in 2 years, it's going to be a pretty easy.
There'll be an out
contract. Yeah.
Well, no, that'll be
on the number will be straight.
Oh yeah,
compared to new contracts.
Let me look up Mike. I want to read you a tweet Mike Hay put out earlier.
Because even when we extended J.C. Horn, I mean his contract's even looking so much better now.
Yeah, you wait till they start doing those again. A big time one.
What we doing, Pickle?
Okay, here it is. I want to read you a tweet Mike K put out just 3 hours ago because people were responding to him about they were want to know well
You okay, bro?
Where am I?
I'm about to say, did you die?
Is it you all right?
No, I lost my. It's just. Oh, there it is. Shazam! I'll get you here in a minute.
That man said Shazam. Love it.
It says Mike K says the Panthers waiting to restructure contracts until after they've reached a massive deal or eventually deals. In theory, it allows them to assess how much they need to restructure individually and collectively. That way they don't kick the can down the road blindly or go overly. They still have plenty of wiggle room. It's a matter of shaping the cap with your tangible needs and wants. It works out. Not sure, but it's all logical. It makes a lot of sense that way. Because, the other day, me and Cole and for a little while, Jake was in Saturday doing a little GM gig. And what we did was restructure contracts. We just freed up a bunch of contracts to get near 70 million available. And in real life, you don't want to do that. You want to understand moving forward. If you got, for example, we restructured Robert Hunt because we like Robert Hunt. We expect to keep him. But in reality, they shouldn't restructure Robert Hunt's deal and add years onto it until they 100% know that he's recovered from his injury.
I would definitely do Damian Lewis's contract like that, though.
Yeah, I would.
He's a year younger than Robert Hunt, I believe. I could be wrong. It might be vice versa. It might be Robert Hunt a year younger. But regardless, Damian Lewis, I 100% believe that he was our best offensive lineman last year.
Sure.
And by the way, the Panthers, the compensation picks were announced today, and the Panthers didn't get none.
Of course,
but next year next year the Eagles will get probably a third or fourth round pick because of us signing
Jaelan Phillips.
Jaelan Phillips, right?
They really wanted him back, though. By all accounts of the news I've read today, the Eagles was trying their best to bring him back.
Well, snooze you lose.
And that's another thing. Talk about bad fans. You know how many Eagles fans I've seen today that have just absolutely dog walking Jaelan Phillips, so to speak, just absolutely.
Yeah, that's how they do their players at age every time.
Man, I'm telling you, that's how I knew we did a good deed because so many people butthurt about it.
Yep. That's what Eagles fans do. They get butthurt easy. Y'all, I believe that's all I got for tonight.
Yeah, I was hoping
we might get to hear breaking news while we're on show, and it ain't.
It ain't coming, huh?
It just ain't.
As soon as we get off live, it will.
It will. You're right. Well, let's hurry up and get off here so it drop. Diesel Skills, you got anything you want to spring up, brother? Okay. Cole, got anything you need to say before we shut out of here?
Just very quickly, we'll do it again on Thursday. We'll talk about the answer to all of our questions that we've had tonight. We'll look forward to the draft and see what else is going on in Panther news. I appreciate you having me as always, Pickle.
Jake, you got anything you want to bring up, brother?
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, thank you, Panther Gal, Panther, AJ Brooks. Who else we got here? I think Michael was in here earlier. Rock
and
Jones.
Tomorrow's listeners, Jacob. People tomorrow, thank y'all.
Yeah, I mean, thank everybody. Just everybody. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss nobody. I'm trying to get everybody in here.
Yeah, you did good.
And thanks to everybody in Twitterverse who watched us.
Yeah, as well. I ain't got them, so I can't say their name. But thank
all 45 of them. Appreciate you.
Awesome.
thank every single buddy that joined our stream today and just chatted with us. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like. Please share the stream. Thank every single one of y'all for joining the Blue and Black Attack tonight.
Shout out to all our subscribers, man. Each and every one of them. All 97 subscribers going hard in the paint for the Blue and Black Attack. I see y'all. I see y'all watching the videos. I know what y'all are doing, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all are doing a fantastic job smashing that like button, making sure you're sharing the stream, and you're doing a good job. You're letting everyone know about the Blue and Black Attack. We're on the charge, and you guys are right there with us. Punch for punch, blow for blow. Make sure we get those 3 more subs today, or at least this week. Let's get us to 100. I know you guys can do it. Help us out here at the Blue and Black Attack. Look forward to a Blue and Black Attack Beats video coming out tomorrow night. And then, of course, we'll have the Cole Show on Thursday. Invaders will be back this week as well, along with me and Jake. That may be Saturday. And look for another edition of the Brotherhood from Dee Money coming out probably this week. I would imagine he has a lot to say. And he did chime in tonight about all the free agency news. Keep it tuned here, and thanks for watching, Pickle.
Once again, y'all, keep pounding. And when you want news, you know where to go.
Keep pounding.
Look at me. You see my toil. Promises broken. Our blood and oil. We started in darkness. 0 and 2, but the lighthouse kept burning, guiding us through. The doubters were loud, the critics were mean, said this young team had no chance to dream. But we kept on pounding through the stormy night.